Can you hear me? I just realized by doing that, you get everybody's attention. That's easy to do, isn't it? Good afternoon, everybody, and I've been instructed to ask anybody who may have forgotten to please turn your cell phones off or the ringers off on your, if you have any cell phones. Sometimes we forget, I'm included with that. Well, good afternoon, and welcome everyone to our worldwide celebrations. We are excited to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the birth of the Bab, which means the gate. He was the first of two messengers who together formed the foundation of the Baha'i faith. The Bab's mission was twofold: as an independent manifestation of God and as a herald of one greater than himself, who would inaugurate a new and unprecedented era in the religious history of mankind, an era which is the consummation of all previous dispensations. Baha'is believe that all the truths, all the beauty of the past dispensations have been renewed, refreshed, and set forth in the scriptures of our faith, and that we have now entered the cycle of fulfillment, following the previous cycle of prophecies. Before we begin the program, we want to point out the 37 illuminations around the room. These are works that were created by individual Baha'is expressing their personal reflections on the life and writings of the Bab. After the program, please take a few minutes and view these creations. Our program will last 45 minutes approximately. After it is over, please stay. You're welcome to stay and converse with each other and enjoy refreshments. Also in the back of the room are pamphlets if you're interested in knowing more about the Baha'i faith, or if you'd like to be sign up for future events, you can do that also in the back of the room. Thank you for joining us. We begin our celebration with a prayer chanted in Persian, which is one form of expression in the Baha'i faith. Immediately after the Persian chant, a short prayer of the Bab will be said in 11 different languages, spoken by native speakers of those languages. The rest of the program follows. Thank you.
ولا يكفي عن الله ربك من شيء ولا في السماوات ولا في الأرض ولا ما بينهما إنه كان اللهم كافيا قديرا.
Is there any remover of difficulties save God? Say, praise be God. He is God. All are his servants, and all abide by his bidding.
هل من مفرجا غير الله قل سبحان الله هو الله كل عباد له و كل به امره قائمون. and this is the original one.
Quien libra de las dificultades, salvo Dios. Di alabado sea Dios. El Dios. Todos somos sus siervos y todos nos atenemos a su mandato. Di Dios satisface todo por ser sobre todo, y nada en los cielos o en la tierra satisface sino Dios. Verdaderamente, Él es en sí mismo el concedor, el sostenedor, el omnipotente.
Há quem remova as dificuldades, a não ser Deus. Diz, louvado seja Deus, Ele é Deus, todos são seus servos e todos aquecem ao seu mandamento.
“除了上帝，还有谁是救苦救难者？有言曰：赞美归于上帝，他是上帝，万众皆其仆役，人人遵其令谕。”
क्या अल्लाह के सिवा और कोई मुश्किल कुशा है? कहो सुभान अल्लाह, वही है अल्लाह, सब उसके खादिम हैं और उसी के हुक्म की इताअत करते हैं।
Gibt es einen Befreier von Schwierigkeiten außer Gott? Sprich, gelobt sei Gott, er ist Gott, alle sind seine Diener und alle stehen unter seinem Gebot.
주님, 저희가 약하오니 저희를 강하게 해주소서. 하나님, 저희가 무지하오니 저희를 일깨워 주소서. 주님, 저희가 가난하오니 저희를 부유하게 만들어 주소서. 하나님, 저희가 죽었사오니 저희를 되살려 주소서.
Qui autre que Dieu dissipe les difficultés? Qui autre que Dieu dissipe les difficultés? Loué soit Dieu, lui seul est Dieu. Tous sont ses serviteurs et tous dépendent de son commandement.
Is there any remover of difficulties, save God? Say, praised be God, He is God. All are His servants, and all abide by His bidding.
So next is a song that is the writings from when the Bab declared his mission to the first follower of the Bab in 1834.
Thou art the
accept me, and recognize the truth. The truth, my revelation. 18 souls must of their own accord accept me, and recognize the truth. The truth, my revelation. Verily I say I am the Bob. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the Bob. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the Bob. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the Bob. Verily I say I am the gate of God. 18 souls must of their own accord accept me. Accept me. 18 souls must of their own accord accept me. Accept me. Verily I say I am the Bob. Verily I say I am the gate of God. Verily I say I am the Bob. Verily I say I am the gate of God.
I am the promised one. I am the one whose name you have for 1,000 years invoked, at whose mention you have risen, whose advert you have longed to witness, and the hour of whose revelation you have prayed God to hasten. Verily I say, it is incumbent upon the peoples of both the East and the West to obey my word and to pledge allegiance to my person.
In the name of God, the most exalted, the most high. Verily, I am God. No God is there but me, and aught else except me is but my creation. Say, worship me then, O ye my creatures. I have called thee into being, have nurtured thee, protected thee, loved thee, raised thee up, and have graciously chosen thee to be the manifestation of mine own self, that thou mayest recite my verses as ordained by me, and may summon whomsoever I have created unto my religion, which is none other than this glorious and exalted path. I have fashioned all created things for thy sake, and I have, by virtue of my will, set thee sovereign ruler over all mankind. Moreover, I have decreed that whoso embraceth my religion shall believe in my unity, and I have linked this belief with remembrance of thee, and after thee, the remembrance of such as thou hast, by my leave, caused to be the letters of the living, and of whatever hath been revealed from my religion in the Bayan. This, indeed, is what will enable the sincere among my servants to gain admittance into the celestial paradise.
O thou who art the first to believe in me, verily I say, I am the Bab, the gate of God, and thou art the Babul Bab, the gate of that gate. 18 souls must in the beginning, spontaneously and of their own accord, accept me and recognize the truth of my revelation. Unwarned and uninvited, each of these must seek independently to find me.
There is no paradise paradise more wondrous for any soul than to be exposed to God's manifestation in his day. Hear his verses and believe in them. There is no paradise more wondrous for any soul than to be exposed to God's manifestation in his day. Hear his verses and believe in them.
Wishing to stress the sublimity of the Bab's exalted station, as compared with that of the prophets of the past, Baha'u'llah asserts, no understanding can grasp the nature of his revelation, nor can any knowledge comprehend the full measure of his faith. He then quotes, in confirmation of his argument, these prophetic words, knowledge is 20 and 7 letters. All that the prophets have revealed are 2 letters thereof. No man thus far hath known more than these 2 letters. But when the Qayyim shall arise, he will cause the remaining 20 and 5 letters to be made manifest. Behold, he adds, how great and lofty is his station. His rank excelleth that of all the prophets, and his revelation transcendeth the comprehension and understanding of all their chosen ones. Of his revelation, he further adds, the prophets of God, his saints and chosen ones, have either not been informed, or in pursuance of God's inscrutable decree, they have not disclosed.
God has at all times and under all conditions been wholly independent of his creatures. He has cherished and will ever cherish the desire that all men may attain his gardens of paradise with utmost love, that no one should sadden another, not even for a moment, and that all should dwell within his cradle of protection and security until the day of resurrection, which marketh the dayspring of the revelation of him whom God will make manifest. The Lord of the universe has never raised up a prophet, nor has he sent down a book, unless he has established his covenant with all men, calling for their acceptance of the next revelation and of the next book, inasmuch as the outpouring of his bounty are ceaseless and without limit.
Let your light shine before the eyes of man. Let your light shine before the eyes of man. Let your light shine before the eyes of man. Let your light shine before the eyes of man.
你们深知好比那黑夜里的山峰上熊熊燃烧的火焰。你们深知好比那黑夜里的山峰上熊熊燃烧的火焰，让你们的光芒在世人面前，让你们的光芒在世人面前，让你们的光芒在世人面前闪耀，闪耀，闪耀，闪耀。
In the name of God, the Lord of overpowering majesty and all-compelling, hallowed be the Lord, in whose hand is the source of dominion. He createth whatsoever he willeth, by his word of command be, and it is. He hath been the power of authority heretofore, and it shall remain his hereafter. He maketh victorious whomsoever he pleaseth, through the potency of his behest. He is in truth the powerful, the almighty. Unto him pertaineth all glory and majesty in the kingdoms of revelation and creation, and whatever lieth between them. Verily he is the potent, the all-glorious. From everlasting he hath been the source of indomitable strength, and shall remain so unto everlasting. He is indeed the Lord of might and power. All the kingdoms of heaven and earth and whatever is between them are God's, and his power is supreme over all things. All the treasures of the earth and heaven and everything between them are his, and his protection extendeth over all things. He is the creator of the heavens and the earth, and whatever lieth between them, and he truly is a witness over all things. He is the Lord of reckoning for all that dwell in the heavens and the earth, and whatever is between them. Verily, he is the supreme protector. He holdeth in his grasp the keys of heaven and earth, and of everything between them. At his own pleasure doth he bestow gifts, through the power of his command. Indeed, his grace encompasseth all, and he is the all-knowing.
Say, God suffices unto me. He is the one who holdeth in his grasp the kingdom of all things. Through the power of his hosts of heaven and earth, and whatever lieth between them, he protecteth whomsoever among his servants he willeth. God in truth keepeth watch over all things.
O Lord, provide for the speedy growth of the tree of thy divine unity. Water it then, O Lord, with the flowing waters of thy good pleasure, and cause it before the revelations of thy divine assurance to yield such fruits as thou desirest for thy glorification and exaltation, thy praise and thanksgiving, and to magnify thy name, to elude the oneness of thine essence, and to offer adoration unto thee, inasmuch as this lieth within thy grasp, and that of none other. Great is the blessedness of those whose blood thou hast chosen wherewith to water the tree of thine affirmation, and thus to exalt thy holy and immutable word.
upon the order of Baha'u'llah, and rendereth thanks unto his Lord.
Indigo.
Save.
Say, God sufficeth, all things above all things, and nothing in the heavens or in the earth but God sufficeth. Verily, he is in himself, the knower, the sustainer, the omnipotent. The Bab.
That's the completion of our program today. Please feel welcome to stay and enjoy the refreshments and talk with one another. Thank you again for coming.